No intro today. Good morning, good day. How you doing? Gonna start quick because I'm kinda already playing. I was watching Triforce and yeah, gonna do some mythics today. Here we go. Put the music of the game. One. Something else. Damn it, forgot to take some food, or I have versatility. It's better than nothing. Kinda like Nerf. I don't have a flask. Let's go! A 12! Let's go. I need this 12 to time my pants and get the title.
Finally sent someone to kill me.
You're not getting the side one? Okay.
The horrors within these halls
I don't
will
like
make
it.
quick work of you. Stradama's plague will soon be mine.
It's too far away.
We got it. I think we should be fine. It's tyrannical, inspiring, and prideful. And necrotic. Oh yeah, tanking weak. Well, tanking healing weak. Necro! I'm gonna get the buff here, the passive, once we kill one. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm having trouble to see the inspiring though. Really? Ah, fuck! Ow!
You think yourself exceptional.
Fight before the boss.
Ability.
Go warrior.
Intruders, you will be devoured.
It's tyrannical, so we should be fine. It's fortified, it's leveling, right?
The disease spreads. Do not interfere.
Nice. Let's go, baby. Are we pulling here or are we pulling on the lake?
Once
I think it's gonna be here.
all
We're not skipping.
Maldraxxus will pay for what they've done.
Damn it!
I don't have a target.
Where's the inspiring? Couldn't target him. He's the inspiring, right? Yeah. Woo! Damn it! Ah, he got it. There you go.
You like mortals. You only delay the inevitable.
Why in the water? I mean, does it give percentage? I don't think so, right? That's gonna be good. I'm not good now. Very bad. Very, very bad. Is there an inspire over here?
Wonderful! More test subjects! Unleash the plague borders!
Nice.
I will dissect you myself!
They're gonna explode! Oh, good job. Nice one! Little fear, just at the moment they're gonna do it. Perfect. Yeah, tyrannical is bosses have 30% more health. Oh, it was bosses. So it is the weak that we need to be careful.
Who dares intrude on my laboratory? When I find you, I'll be happy to
Let's go with
my
2 buffs.
research.
Gonna be awesome. Unless they don't come.
Meddle all you like, mortals. You only delay the inevitable.
Nice. Oh, scared my ass. Good.
You cannot
Ah,
comprehend my genius. What this needs is some flesh. Consume. The next procedure will be a real blowout.
Come on.
Beware.
Let's add an accelerant, shall we?
Beware.
Ow. Son of a bitch. Oh, bullshit.
Now to test this slime on you.
Doesn't work on this one. Good to know.
What this needs is some flesh. Consume.
Beware.
Inside this experiment,
Son of a bitch.
explosive result.
Beware.
Now to test this slime on you. An infusion of aggression should do
Beware.
nicely. Now to test this.
Come on. More damage. Oh, you got it.
I nearly had it.
I nearly had it.
So you emerge
66%. So we're gonna kill a lot, couple of things here.
That is the plague's true power. It lingers, festers, destroys everything it touches, even the victor.
Cool. Ah, 74.
Agorek not
We're pretty
been
good.
So foolish. Had he reached out and seized the plague, the House of Eyes would still stand. I will correct his mistake. All will suffer, as the House of Eyes has suffered.
Nice. Fuck.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
Oh, we're fine. This is the motherfucker that we can stun. $85.
It's too far away.
You will not stop me! My blades will rend your flesh. I will slay you where you stand. Your demise comes from the shadows. A single scratch is all it will take. No target has escaped me. A single scratch is all it will take. Fear the dagger in the dark.
Alright.
My blades will
3 times. Am I gonna get it again?
I will slay
Ah,
you where you stand.
finally.
Fear the dagger in the dark. I will slay you where you stand. Vengeance will
We got it!
Upon the house of plagues. Who seeks that which cannot be controlled? If you so desire this power, then come and claim it. And let it claim you.
Trying to get a +3, clearly. Kill it. Getting everybody low, it seems. Good idea.
Welcome. We've been expecting you.
They're coming for me!
Rise, servants of plague. Rise, servants of plague. You think you're some eccentric giftings, but are you ability?
Come on, we got this.
Behold, my final work. I try and I do. You cannot avoid this fate.
Beware.
My house waits with light. Will be destroyed.
Well. Okay, we got this.
Avoid this fate.
Beware.
My house waits with light. My house waits with light.
Good. Oh, we're gonna do this.
Pestilence will engulf.
That was close.
My house waits with light.
My house speaks with blight. Nice.
Still I do look for
The proud.
your existence.
Nice. What a great run. Victor. I know. uh, that gives me some gloves to work on, so I can level them. Put it like a ring? I don't think you have rings in Plaguefall. Well, at least I get myself a key in tier 12. Done. That's done. Now, next step, 15s. All of them are 15. Weekly rest. I did an 8. Didn't 8, but an 8. Oh. So I have Conqueror. Be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go take a little break from that dungeon. That took 30 minutes. That was pretty good. Thank you so much for passing by on my channel. Yeah, slow morning or slow day. I wasn't expecting to stream maybe. Yeah, 1 hour.
State your intent.
I was.
Fight
Don't
well.
have the energy today. It seems pretty low on energy. But I'm here. I'm here.
All of these have been
And now it's
battle-tested.
the week for pushing. Pushing to 11. 11 to 20. So theater already had a 12. So now it's really working on the lowest tiers. Let's update. Keep saying like you need an update. We can always jump on classic and classic it out. We did all our dailies. The thing that I'm still missing to do will be maybe Torgas. 1 layer. And even then, there's no reason. I'm just getting some soul ash for no reason. For no specific. Maybe I can buy some with animal. Let's see.
I keep everything well maintained.
No, not really. This one, but I already know it. I can buy braces. What color is it? The black one. Yeah. about some classic? Still no beta for Burning Crusade. Still none. So we completed the Keystone guy. Music. And yes, I'm doing a pally again. Always paladin. I'm the pally guy. To level. You have mail, motherfucker. Give me back everything. Let's melt a little, cause we need some mats. We need some milk. I'm waiting on my other guildies to continue some mythic classes. I wanted to get a key, mostly. Well, at the same time, maybe my thingy, my achievement, try and get the title for the 10s. Now we're working on the 15s. In time. I think we're waiting on Christopher. He's the one that maybe needs a high key. I don't know if Sash came back. Still there, Sash? AFK.
Yeah, I am. Kind of yes and no. Katrina and the kids just got home, so.
Got myself a key. Got a key 8 or 12. I need a higher for width of weapon. And if you bring me, we have 2 shots because I can trade you the weapon, the said weapon. Taj is my guild leader, good friend of mine. Also, he became a good friend either by the way he encouraged me to stream, other things, but mostly stream related. That's pretty much it. It's a huge thing.
I won't be able to do it right now because here in a little bit I have to go pick up my daughter, but maybe whenever I get back.
Oh, no worries. I went to classic. Just wait it out. I want that red belly for BC. I level him.
Right.
Where are you at? I can wait for you.
I'm in Orbos.
No, I mean in classic.
Oh no, I'm only like level 6 or 7.
Okay.
It's no big deal. You don't have to wait for me.
Okay. We're gonna get the Hugger quest, but pretty sure I cannot kill it. It's so hard. Even a high level. At least I have a good weapon. For a low level. I made my own axe. Gotta make your own.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
Someone told me you needed help.
Go with honor, friend.
Yes, please. More questies. Blade Hugger. This is again. Oh no, it doesn't say again. Okay. So armbands, eh? Level 10, eh? We're ready. Oh baby.
I'm out of range.
You're not. You're not. You're not. You're fine. It starts. Error messages. You're out of range. Not enough mana. Not the right direction. Don't have a target. Oh, yeah. This thing. Die, you fiend! Ooh, a bear and a gnoll. Not sure I'm gonna take them both. Gonna take me? It's pretty much auto attack, to be honest, with the pally. Oh, don't expect flashy things. There's none. Ah, shit, I'm full. I am full. I'm full of crap. What I'm full of.
It's too far away.
Come on, baby. No! That's what I didn't want. Son of a bitch! Stupid bear. Who called you? Eh? The Ghostbusters? Damn it! Even cannot even touch him. Man, come on. You saw before someone comes back. Like a gnoll or two. Then we're dead.
Hey, Melty, you here?
Yes. Yes, I'm here. What's up?
Remember how you were telling me about that person that went down, or that came to your chat while you were doing Valheim or whatever, talking about the raid team like they had no idea what was going on?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's super.
It was super. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, he told you?
No.
You looked it up?
Yeah. I was kind of curious about it, and he was playing ignorant. Like, I mean, why play games like that?
I don't know.
But according to Lear, you know, there's no coercion going on whatsoever.
Not at all. At least if you could, at least if you was honest, would have given at least I wouldn't play dumb too. Because I kind of did play dumb at the same time that he was trying to do that.
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Exactly. That's what my girlfriend. Yeah, you were playing dumb pretty much with him.
It's a real shame, though.
Yeah.
Because once those people find out what actually went on and the truth behind it all, they won't last.
No, I know.
Tried explaining that to Lear and whatnot, and Dwarven, you know, the same toxicity that caused that crap followed them there.
In this, oh really? He did. And the other,
Yeah.
and the other thing, it's like I said yesterday. They're gonna have like 4 months of raiding the Nathria.
Yeah,
So
you were talking about Taliesin and Evitel, right? Tally was speculating until August, September.
Yeah, Taliesin also was speculating on on that, but Tali and with the weekly Wowhead thing, kind of speculations, but yeah, still rumors. But they're pretty good with it most of the time. Even Noble this morning, he was joking around, yeah, prepping for 9.1 when we know it's months ahead.
That's gonna be a very long time though with Castle Canapri.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't. I really hope they don't push it out that long.
I'm out
Like
of
another 5 to 6 months. That's a long time.
Because me too, because the game is already like taking a beating, so it's, I don't know, it's not a good idea. I love this game, I don't want it dead. It won't be, but you know what I mean. You will have less people playing, less interest, and yeah, dead.
Didn't they already take like a 50% cut in subscriptions in the last 2 months?
Yes, yes they did. The new patch didn't bring people, they just left. Because they didn't really fix the problems that we had at the beginning, they just put more. Like, you have more to do, yeah, but wasn't the problem. We had already a shit ton to do. No, but you can repeat it now. Yeah, but that wasn't the problem.
Right.
Damn it, I'm scared. I'm on the gnoll hugger side. There's 3 of them there. I'm scared. I'm scared of pulling. I know they will come. Sons of bitches. Well, at least there's people here. I'm not alone, at least.
I would say, yeah, you might be able to get some help.
Yeah, this place is always painful. Danger isn't painful. This one takes like 1/4 of my health. Die, you fiend! Just build myself some. That's what I was doing yesterday at night, doing an axe. I'm so proud of myself.
I can't carry anymore.
Ah, damn it. It's fulfilling to do your own gear. That's one of the things that I like of Classic. That I want back. Retail. The gear making,
That's what Alex was talking about. That finally replacing a piece of gear in Classic actually felt valuable.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just a stepping stone. Like he was quite happy to replace that neck. I was watching him the other day, and he was really happy to replace that neck piece.
And even at low level, you have that feeling, and that's the thing that it's pretty awesome about Classic and how it used to be. It's that feeling coming back every time that you're leveled, questing, you get something. Anything is good. But not anymore. I don't know. I understand they put it more baseline so people understand better, but it still feels like, I don't know. Doesn't feel good. But what I like of retail is, like, for example, today I made like I said, like 30k just doing dailies, stupid dailies. Doesn't seem like much, but it's paying everything that I that I get from WoW. The expansions, the subscription. Well, there's a plus for the fast playing, but I don't know. I mean, there's a couple of times during the tier that we had weeks without any gear dropped. I understand that, kind of like the old style. It's not the same thing. It's literally nothing. Loot wasn't even there. No one.
Light be with you.
Feel it's hard to address it though. The problem with retail,
The Alliance.
because they already shows that perspective with Anima and Renown and everything, so it's gonna be difficult to change the. They shoved the show. That's a good one. Decline. What's a nice name? Yeah. Some gloves. And then some pants.
Need help?
Oh yeah, find. I need
careful.
fine leather, right? Fine thread. Yeah, 2 times. 2 times.
Greetings.
Greetings. You don't have fine thread? Why?
Light bless you.
You son of a bitch! You're gonna make me go to Stonewind.
You need something?
Well, I need fine
Have a good
thread.
one.
Do you have it?
You need something?
Yeah, fine thread. Do you have it?
What can I do for you?
Well, can you find me fine thread?
For the Alliance.
Those NPCs are useless. They ignore me. I keep asking for fine. Wait a second. There's a tailor. I don't think so. Good someone. Need some pant. And we need space. We're gonna dump some stuff in the bank too. Also, reasons that I did a pally remount. The end. No, I like Paladin. I like the playstyle. It's in In the moments in Classic when you're running around in roads between camps, that's where you missed your chauffeur. Or your low level mount.
That's what I was talking to Alex about the other day. I was like, there's no level 1 mount.
Or even with the Bally, just having the charger. Damn, the charger. I miss the charger. Just the movement speed thing. Should have been in since the beginning. Charging people up. Oh, oh, oh. Find thread, huh? We need to find thread. We need to find. Oh yeah, bank first. Gotta put some banks. Gotta put my meat in the bank. And not the best way of saying it. I gotta put my meat in the bank.
King's honor, friend.
What's that? Okay.
Purchase banks.
I mean, I could have just brought that in whenever I go pick up Savannah.
Not
big
too
deal.
much.
Be careful. Need help?
Where's the region bank when you need it, right? I know, I need this. Possibly.
Go with honor, friend.
Go with honor to you. Well, stay there with honor. Because he doesn't move. See the joke? Bam, 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 bam. Where can I find bed? The mage tower, right? Mage quarters. I think I can find some here in the trade, but not sure. Let's go look. You.
Light be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go with honor, friend.
That's all we need. You can go back to Goldshire. Classic. Don't have it in Goldshire. Have it in the city. Downtown. Sure. Ha! Bali power. Blessing of might. For no reason. Just to run. I'm going full red. Full red. Why? Because I like it. Even if it's not that very good. I'm going for the memes. No, I'm going for the TBC. Really, TBC Retribution Paladins become better. So maybe. We will see. We're still level 10 though. We're a small fry still. Very small fry. Come on. Hey, there's a baker. Where do I go? Where do I go? Whoa. Either get some bandanas, or either kill some gnolls. River paws. Let's go for the river paws. That's what I was doing. Oh, wait. I was forgetting to do the pants. I wanted a boost. Little boost. Yeah! 759% boost. Damn. Damn! That's a huge boost. For metal shorts. Yep. Troll at McClure's farm. There's a troll killing people. Heading to Westfall. Uh-oh. I'm heading to Westfall. I don't like it. Wait a second, I'm not in PvP, so everything's fine. I think. Everything should be fine. Again, I think. By the way, I don't know if you have tested it, but because most of the time you have no reason to speak in my chat. You're VIP? Ah, he's gone.
I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready.
Let's wake some.
Like what was I never really assigned anybody a VIP, and I hardly ever see that.
It's kind of like a sub, a free sub without being a sub. So for example, when you put it on the emote only, the VIP can talk. Sub only, the VIP can talk, and things like that. But you don't mod the place. You don't have like mod access, but you have everything as a sub, kind of.
Oh, well, there you have it.
So if I ever want to shut up, chat, well, you can still talk.
Oh no.
Butt scratcher!
Melty Octagame butt scratcher for 220.
It's a sound.
I didn't even. Oh, well, because we're in Discord talking. I have your stream muted, so I don't get the feedback.
Oh, it's normal.
Oh, what do we got here? 220, 2000. Not quite there yet, but
Yeah, it's if you want to ban someone, and if you want to save someone from a ban.
a loyal sacrifice for 50,000. What is that?
Yeah, you watch me so much time that you ban yourself. It's a loyal sacrifice.
That seems productive.
Yeah, it's someone who watches me so much that he's so loyal that it sacrifices himself. But it's mostly like
does that not like reset any calculators going on in the channel or whatnot?
No.
Doesn't getting banned like trigger your account to one extent or another?
No, well, it depends. You're not banning the person. You're only timing out. So
okay, so it's a timeout, not a ban.
Yeah, it's a timeout of X number of time.
Here, what does this one do?
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Yeah, I use the points as the sunboard, so I use it,
okay.
and the stream, the shatters can use it at the same time. So everybody is at the same point here. I have mission fail. I have some of them with sounds. Like this one is mission fail, like Call of Duty, I think. I don't even know anymore. I have Mrs. Doubtfire with hello.
Oh, the whipped cream on her face. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
And sounds like, I don't know, wow, like the wow or wow. That one is Zelda, and Victory is Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
It's too far
From
away.
which Final Fantasy, or just
The victory music of Final Fantasy, the general one that everybody knows. Secret, it's Zelda's. Like when you open a secret, like.
My son has absolutely fallen in love head over heels with Breath of the Wild. Like he is just all about. And then we were out the other day at GameStop, and he's like, "Hey, did you know that game right there took place 100 years before Breath of the Wild?" And that's some high rule. I have no idea if he's right or not, but he was just like, just going. He saw another Zelda game on the shelf, and he just started talking right into it. It's
He's right. I'm gonna maybe give me a second because I'm gonna have a reverb in my face. Let me find you a video that you can watch with your son. It's on the timeline of Zelda and the Zelda games.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice.
So I can just try to find it. Zelda
Stonewind God
timeline.
just standing there.
Yeah, doing nothing. There was a troll.
Right.
The general said there was a rogue.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
There's a troll somewhere here. At least I'm not flagged.
There are certain concepts I miss that are really glad. Like Alex was reminding me about the whole neutral versus hostile versus hometown, like the PvP system. Completely forgot about that. It's like that kind of metric was really cool. Shame it doesn't apply anymore. Hey, there goes Izzy, whoever that was.
What? Oh yeah, the mage.
Send me that video
Trying
over
to.
Discord.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna put it on videos.
Yeah, or yeah, you can just tag me there. That'll be fine as well.
Trying to find it though, because there's a lot of people who did like timeline videos.
No, I understand. I had to go pick up my daughter from Anime Club, so I will be back in just a little bit.
Later then.
Yep. It won't be that long. Maybe 15, 20 minutes or so. Ish. TM.
Just to make sure.
Right. Cover all my bases. I'll be right back.
Later.
The Zelda timeline is almost as legendary as the
Now, not this one. Which one is it? Where can I find it? We can look it up together. Well, game theories is always good. Fix your timeline. I thought it was this one. It was a while ago.
You sparked more interest,
Maybe.
more mystery, and above all, the imagination of the gaming world than the legend. A little over a year later, Nintendo released
this
a
is it.
sequel, The Adventure of Link. From the game's introduction and manual, we learned
We could watch it. Gonna do two things. Post it in chat. Post it in videos. And possibly we're gonna watch it. How though? How can I watch it at the same time that I'm playing? I know how. Put it on the side. Give me a second. Timeline. Yep. Good thing I didn't show my porn. And we do these. We do window capture. Properties from the Legend of Zelda timeline. Here we go. It's huge. That's what she said. Second. Window capture. Go back to this one. Bigger.
Greetings.
Give me a second.
Light bless you.
The time that I'm gonna put the game smaller, maybe. Yeah, let's put the game smaller and put the video bigger. Gonna be React Lords now. Done. It's done. We're reacting. Yeah, it doesn't work. See? I'm blocking everything. To the other side then. And hit play! Hit play? Okay.
Over the last 30 years, the most cherished video games of old have spiraled into long-lasting franchises.
That's weird.
Telling stories through sequels and prequels that expanded on the tales that captivated players in their original releases. Many of these series evolved into legends of their own, creating a timeline of lore that kept their avid communities entrenched in the game's world. Few sparked more interest, more mystery, and above all, the imagination of the gaming world than the Legend of Zelda. This tale began back in 1987 with the release of The Legend of Zelda for the NES. It went on to become a landmark for many reasons, but its plot wasn't among them. The only story elements came in the form of a brief text paragraph that explained you were on a quest to save Zelda from an evil being known as Ganon. If you managed to delve into the game's manual, you were treated to a bit more narrative, like why Ganon, wielding the Triforce of Power, invaded Hyrule, seeking the Triforce of Wisdom. When Zelda caught wind of the invasion, she dispatched her nursemaid Impa to find a hero valiant enough to save Hyrule, but not before breaking the Triforce of Wisdom into 8 fragments and hiding them. Link eventually claimed these fragments and saved the kingdom and its young princess.
Hey, I got a bow. What do we need to do? Ah, Hogger. And what's the collector? Is available.
A little over a year later, Nintendo released a sequel, The Adventure of Link. From
Hey,
the game's
that's Hogger.
introduction and manual, we
Elite
learned
11.
that after Ganon was destroyed in the first game,
Should I try?
Link set out to find
He's
the
alone.
Triforce of Courage in order to awaken a slumbering Princess
He's
Zelda.
alone.
Not the same princess from the
I'm
original
gonna
game,
die.
but an ancestor from an era long past. Meanwhile, Ganon's minions were
We're
out for
going
Link's
for it.
blood, which could be used to revive the Demon King. A few more narrative elements were sprinkled throughout the game, but much of the
this is
plot
not
was
good.
again tucked away in the game's manual. The backstory here painted a broader picture of the Kingdom of Hyrule and its history, bringing to light a tale that transpired long before either of the two games. It felt like there was more to the chronology than a few lines of text. Nevertheless, Hyrule planted the indelible thought that there was more to it than initially met the eye, igniting the imaginations of countless travelers who would brave its monster-ridden plains.
I'm dead. There's no way I can do
The
it.
next game in the series proved to be a catalyst. It broke the serialized nature of the franchise and was branded as a prequel.
Got maybe a shot. Come on! Come on!
The new adventure put a heavier emphasis on the story, one which developed over the course of the game. Unlike its predecessors, players experienced the story simply by playing the game. A Link to the Past established much of the foundational lore the rest of the series would eventually draw upon, like the creation of Hyrule, the Triforce, the Master Sword, and the origins of Ganon.
And the thing is blocking the view.
The knowledge of lore in the Zelda universe appeared simple enough. However, Nintendo's decision to make a prequel rather than continue in a serialized
I was killing
format
Hogger.
marked the start of a perplexing trend.
Motherfucking pollies, huh?
Zelda took a departure from the norm in Link's Awakening. While it did little to expand upon the Hyrule lore, it was a touching side story that gave us a rare glimpse into Link's personality. The legendary hero had set off to hone his skills after defeating Ganon in A Link to the Past, but on his return voyage, a maelstrom destroyed his ship.
I love that game. Link's Awakening, one of the games that I played the most on my Game Boy. Oh my god, did I play that game.
Resemblance to Zelda, one of the game's few connections to the rest of the series. Link learned that the only way to leave the island was to wake the Wind Fish, a protective deity slumbering inside a giant egg atop the island's tallest mountain.
It's an awesome game.
However, Link's freedom
I want to play
ultimately
the
came at a high
remake.
price. The entirety of Koholint was but a dream of the Wind Fish, and awakening the creature would spell the end of the island and all its inhabitants. It was an emotional tale with a depressing conclusion that remains one of the most memorable in the series.
Yeah.
Though Link's Awakening was more of a side story, it potentially held an important clue for theorists to piecing the series together. The ship that Link was sailing on bore a striking resemblance to the ship introduced in later games, suggesting those games might share a connection. Distant association through shared imagery like this later formed a good number of the binding threads that eventually pieced the games together. It was 5 long years before we returned to Hyrule.
5 years. 5 years between the...
1998's Ocarina of Time was presented as an origin story, chronicling the events that had been partially described in previous games. A young boy named Link set out with the means to stop the evil Ganondorf from claiming the Triforce with the aid of Princess Zelda, but their actions unintentionally triggered a sequence of events that ultimately led to the downfall of Hyrule. In the aftermath, Link gathered the courage to travel between 2 time periods in order to awaken 7 sages and obtain the strength to defeat Ganondorf once and for all. The Hero of Time's adventure provided deeper insight into the series mythos.
I wanna get
3 goddesses created Hyrule.
get a capture card just to replay those games.
Triforce, a relic that could grant one's
I don't have
wishes.
one right now.
In order to protect such a powerful item from falling into the wrong hands, it was
Just
hidden
to
away
replay
in the
those
sacred
lovely
realm.
games that I played when I was
King
young.
of the Gerudo, lusted for this divine relic, and
But I still
eventually found
have-
its resting place.
I still have the
Timeline
consoles
theorists, the battle
on
to
my
stop
closet.
Ganondorf from conquering
Not really,
Hyrule
they're just
and
behind
ultimately
me.
seal him
But-
away in the sacred realm appeared to
Still
fall in
have them.
line with what was outlined
And the
in A Link
games
to the
of
Past.
past.
In the months leading up to its release, Nintendo touted Ocarina of Time as a Genesis tale. This was further supported by both the game's narrative and instruction manual. No one realized it then, but Ocarina of Time's ending later served as the basis for one of the biggest plot twists in the series. In the game's finale, Zelda decided to send the time-traveling hero back to his original time period. The implications of this action weren't fully realized until later on. That didn't stop some from speculating.
Yeah, we speculated because it made most sense. At the time, it made no
Given
sense
the facts,
lore-wise.
it wasn't difficult for fans to piece together the timeline.
Exactly.
The Legend of Zelda was followed by Zelda 2, a direct sequel. A Link to the Past was a prequel to the NES classics, which was then followed by Link's Awakening. In an interview conducted in Nintendo Power, series creator Shigeru Miyamoto revealed what he had deemed to be the official order of The Legend of Zelda. This remark flew in the face of what fans had speculated. For the first time, there was controversy amongst those who believed in an established timeline, and this one quote would spark a decades-long debate about the Tales of Hyrule.
Minehunt.
The plot would soon thicken.
Ah, what lovely soundtrack. I call my cat sometimes with the Epona
Like its
song.
name implies,
It
The
comes
Legend
running.
of Zelda could be just that, a legend, a series of self-contained stories that drew from the motifs established by its predecessors.
Works like a charm.
Many other franchises ended up following this template to give greater storytelling freedom to its writers and producers. By the early 90s, Nintendo had successfully built a franchise around Link and Princess Zelda. With video games slowly becoming a mainstream medium of entertainment, some players began holding these serialized stories to the same standard as those told in books, TV shows, and even film sagas. And Zelda was not spared. In hindsight, the creators of Hyrule failed to anticipate this from some in their newfound fanbase. Some of the series' most avid fans built on the legend, dedicating themselves to piecing together what they perceived as threads that tied the story of every Zelda game together in an overarching chronology, a timeline. These fans were eventually branded as timeline theorists.
Not very original name, but makes sense. It's been a while since I saw this video. I don't think you have the
2 years
games.
later, Nintendo released a second Zelda game for the Nintendo 64,
Like Breath of the
Majora's
Wild?
Mask. The opening
think it
sequence of the
subs
game
as
revealed that
Skyward.
several months after Ocarina of Time, Link was drawn into an alternate dimension called Termina while searching for a friend.
Son
The
of a
strange
bitch.
world was being terrorized by the Skull Kid, a mischievous forest imp from Ocarina of Time who had stolen a mask, granting him incredible powers. Link only had 3 days to stop the real culprit, Majora's Mask itself, before it brought the moon crashing down into the surface. Like Link's Awakening, this direct sequel was more of a side story, but it served as an important clue for theorists who wanted to decipher a potential timeline. Majora's Mask took place after Link was returned to his
How am
original
I
period by
going
Zelda
to do
at the
this?
end of Ocarina of Time. This suggested to theorists that the events that led up to the point where Link was sent back in time were erased from history and were replaced by what transpired.
Let's
in
go
Majora's
one at
Mask.
one at a time. One at a time. Ah, he stunned me.
A few months after Majora's Mask, we were treated to not one,
Son of a
but two
bitch, mate.
simultaneous Zelda releases. 2001's Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages for the Game Boy Color. Link was investigating the Triforce in Hyrule Castle one day when he was whisked away by the Divine Relic to the distant lands of Holodrum and Labrina. Evil forces terrorized each land, and Link set out
getting
to
help.
restore order before they completely fell into chaos. Behind the
I'm
scenes,
getting stunned
Ganon's
too.
followers used the turmoil to their advantage and attempted to revive their fallen master. Many elements within the game's story pointed towards other games in the series, like the ship in the ending bearing an uncanny resemblance to the one in
Son
Link's
of a
Awakening,
bitch.
and timeline theorists sprang into action. Since the Triforce was unified and in Hyrule Castle, the only two places where Seasons and Ages seemed to make sense were either after the adventure of Link or A Link to the Past. The only other
I'm
times
sorry,
where the
it's just I'm
Triforce
getting
was
attacked. I'm doing something
Since the game's
in
placement
WoW.
in the
and-
theorized timeline was far from conclusive,
We got it!
strengthened the case against the existence of such a timeline. Many believed that Nintendo was just making up the chronology as it went along.
I was getting attacked by 3 mobs, so yeah. I think he needs some help.
Nintendo re-released A Link to the Past in 2002 for the Game Boy Advance, which included a multiplayer game called Four Swords. This new version of the classic Super Nintendo game contained revised dialogue that amended terms like wise men with sages, a more direct reference to Ocarina of Time. Nintendo claimed it updated the terminology in this version so it had a stronger connection with previous games. Additionally, Four Swords turned out to be a whole new game with a self-contained story. Link was on a quest to stop an evil wind mage named Vati, who was freed from his prison and was bent on destroying Hyrule. The plot appeared very simple and ambiguous enough that it could take place almost at any time by those who intended to build a Zelda timeline. However, series producer Eiji Aonuma made a comment that Four Swords was the oldest story in the series, and it took place even before Ocarina of Time. Until that comment, timeline theorists usually place the game at the end of their chronology.
But no, it was one of the firsts. Sorry, I was checking the other one.
Back in the 80s, it never occurred to some game developers that their games would spawn ongoing, narrative-driven franchises. Stories always took a back seat to the gameplay and mechanics that created some of the most classic gaming memories. While some franchises began following a single unified canon, Nintendo was uncompromising when designing for its flagship adventure game. For Shigeru Miyamoto and his team, the world you were playing in was far more important than the reason you were playing in it.
I really had a shirt.
Series canon was an afterthought to the game concepts that would power each new Zelda release. Following this philosophy, Link was redrawn for a new generation, bringing a tidal wave of new lore that forever altered the stories Zelda timeline theorists had grown to love.
Wind Waker.
In 2003, Nintendo opened the floodgates and revealed The Wind Waker, and showed players a drastically re-envisioned Hyrule.
I haven't played this
Nintendo
one.
said that the game, which took place hundreds of years after
Someone
the
told me
events of
that's a
Ocarina of
pretty
Time,
good one.
told the tale of the downfall of the kingdom and the return of Ganon after being sealed away at the end of Ocarina of Time. Rather than let its proud lands fall into the hands of evil, the gods of Hyrule instead decided to submerge it in a great flood. Several generations later, Ganon used the Triforce of Power, broke free from his prison below the waves, and sought the means to unify the Triforce and make his dark wishes come true. A new hero was born, and along with Zelda's descendant, rose to stop the evil menace. In the end, the Triforce washed away the remnants of Hyrule once and for all, and brought what appeared to be a conclusive end to the ancient kingdom. The finale was a confusing twist for timeline theorists. Ganon was defeated when Link thrust the Master Sword into his head, and the blade was washed away in the Dark Abyss along with the rest of Hyrule.
Hey, there's a lot of
With the
people
kingdom
here.
submersed in water, it was tough to rationalize it as a setting for future games. Some theorists speculated that there would be a game in the future that would fill these perceived plot holes. Others
And they were
had
right.
a more radical theory. What if there were two timelines as a result of the events in Ocarina of Time? These theorists surmised that at the end of Ocarina of Time, Zelda sent Link back in time to the day they met. This action effectively created a second timeline, which continued with Majora's Mask. However, the princess in the future who sent Link back in time persisted in her own timeline. According to these fans, what transpired in her reality led to the fall of Hyrule and Great Flood preceding the Wind Waker. So which of these timelines, if either, was established as Zelda canon?
Screw it, the music is good. Who cares?
An interview with the minds behind The Legend of Zelda proved to be elusive. Eventually, they were questioned on the series canon following The Wind Waker, in which they confirmed there were indeed 2 parallel timelines in the Zelda universe.
Conspiracies.
However, most of the development team only spoke Japanese, so their remarks had to be translated into English. At the time, Nintendo of America had a shady track record with its localization, so some doubted the accuracy of their answers regarding these 2 timelines. 2004's Four Swords Adventures for the GameCube was a continuation of the story of Four Swords. Vati broke free from his imprisonment within the Four Sword.
You don't see even the game that I'm playing.
Mage once again. After finally confronting the villain, Ganon emerged from the shadows and revealed himself as the true culprit. Teaming up with Zelda, Link thwarted Ganon's scheme and restored peace. The numerous references to Ocarina of Time and A Link to the Past made for yet another undecipherable puzzle for timeline theorists and made them question, once again, if an overarching timeline truly existed. Nintendo followed up Four Swords Adventures with a Minish Cap for the Game Boy Advance. The game was a prequel to Four Swords, revealing the origins of Vati. Given it was a prequel, it took place before the events of Four Swords. At this point, though, given how little direct connection the Minish Cap, Four Swords, and Four Swords Adventures had with the rest of the series, some timeline theorists discarded these 3 games from their Zelda canon altogether. The ongoing Legend of Zelda took a dark turn in the events of 2006's Twilight Princess. In the game's backstory, Ganon was banished to another dimension called the Twilight Realm, but generations later, he managed to break free. A new Link and Zelda joined forces with Midna, the deposed princess of the Twilight Realm, and the trio vanquished Ganon. Nintendo maintained that both The Wind Waker and Twilight Princess were sequels to Ocarina of Time, which, given the drastically differing settings of both games, made a single timeline implausible for timeline theorists. Supporters of the split timeline were vindicated when Eiji Onuma came forth after the game's release and confirmed once and for all that there were 2 Zelda timelines. The history of Hyrule forked in 2 different directions at the end of Ocarina of Time. The Wind Waker took place after the future events in Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess transpired in a second timeline created when Link time traveled and warned Zelda about Ganon, which averted the events of Ocarina of Time. The confirmation of a split timeline solved many of the problems that had stumped theorists, but the timeline placement of games like A Link to the Past and the original Legend of Zelda remained elusive.
Yeah, because they don't know where to place them. Very difficult having the 80s, 90s storyline when nobody
Nintendo
cared.
brought the flooded Hyrule timeline back into focus with its next 2 releases. 2007's Phantom Hourglass was a direct sequel to The Wind Waker, where Link and Zelda were in the middle of their journey to find a new land when they came across a mysterious ghost ship. While exploring the ship, the duo was drawn into a mysterious world which was being threatened by an evil being called Bellum. Link ultimately rescued Zelda and saved the day. Eventually, they returned to their own ship and continued their quest to find a home, which was the setting of the next adventure. In 2009's Spirit Tracks, we learned that the crew finally found its way to a new land and christened it a New Hyrule. Several generations passed and a plot was hatched to free an ancient evil shackled by the magical spirit tracks that dotted the land. A new Link and Zelda rose up to take on this foe called Alidus, and they ultimately defeated the demon and returned peace to the New Hyrule. For the first time ever, Nintendo was continuing an arc through multiple direct games, and their placement was easy to discern. Those who followed the events of The Wind Waker were rewarded with an ongoing tale atypical for the series. But the trend was short-lived.
Gonna stop there.
In 2011, Nintendo released the latest entry in the series, Skyward Sword. For a long time, theorists speculated where the game took place in their timeline, and some hoped it would fill in some of its gaps. The game ended up taking place at the beginning of the timeline, and served as the foundation for many of the events that transpired in the other games. Skyward Sword was the origin story for the Master Sword. Link forged the blade over the course of the game, and it ended up containing the spirit of his companion Fi. Skyward Sword shone some light on key mysteries. For starters, it was revealed that the main antagonist, Demise, was the precursor to series villain Ganon. Demise promised his spirit would endure and that he'd be reincarnated. we also learned that there was a goddess named Hylia, who after a great war sacrificed her divine powers and became the mortal Zelda. This explained why the long line of those who bore the name Zelda had divine powers and guarded the Triforce.
The music gives me chills. That it's so good. Hard to beat. Hard to beat. I think it's one of the best musics in video games.
Skyward Sword marked the 25th anniversary of The Legend
I know
of
there's
Zelda.
a pretty good
To
ones,
some, the
but
games were
Zelda.
classic stories of a damsel in distress, but to Zelda timeline theorists, it was a mythology that spanned thousands of years and alternate realities. For decades, rationalizing Zelda's continuity was a daunting task for those who took it upon themselves to find meaning in what many argued were just discrete games not meant to construct a single canonical timeline. Shigeru Miyamoto's philosophy of putting design and gameplay before story made these games classics, but to theorists, questions haunted their experience with each new release. Was there an official Zelda timeline? How could it possibly fit together? Would the franchise live up to its name and be just a series of legends loosely connected by an enduring mythos? Would Nintendo ever reveal the truth?
They did! That's where we are.
Prior to the release of Skyward Sword, Nintendo went on record several times stating there was an official Zelda timeline. However, Nintendo refused to divulge its secrets and stated that leaving the chronology up to the imagination enriched the franchise. Then, in December of 2011, Nintendo released Hyrule Historia, a collector's book containing what it declared was the official Zelda timeline. According to Nintendo,
what a beautiful
there weren't
poster.
just
I
two
want that on
timelines,
my wall.
There were actually 3.
3 timelines, not 2. You were wrong all along.
The official timeline began with the events in Skyward Sword, the adventure where Link and Zelda defeated Demise and established the Kingdom of Hyrule. The game laid the foundation for several of the games that followed.
What can I do for you?
After Skyward Sword, the events of the Minish Cap and Four Swords took place. These 2 games were ultimately little more than side stories, which was ironic, considering they posed a problem for those who tried to piece together the timeline in the past. The question that remained was how the Minish Cap and Four Swords served as sequels to Skyward Sword. If you recall, at the end of Skyward Sword, Link and Zelda decided to settle on the surface where they established the Kingdom of Hyrule. However, the kingdom founded at the end of Skyward Sword was under constant attack by monsters. Nintendo decided that the backstory of the Minish Cap served as the basis for this time period. The Minish Cap and Four Swords also established 2 important elements: the forging of the Four Sword and the origin of the Wind Mage Vati, both of which reappeared later on in Four Swords adventures. The missing thread in the puzzle was the link between Four Swords and Ocarina of Time. Hyrule Historia expanded on the story of the fierce war mentioned in Ocarina of Time, explaining it as a civil war that ravaged the kingdom after the events of Four Swords. A king eventually came forth and reunified the nation, setting the stage for Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was where things got interesting. Earlier we mentioned that according to Zelda theorists, the game served as the focal point for their split timeline theory, creating 2 parallel realities. The split was created when Zelda sent Link back in time. However, in Hyrule Historia, Nintendo revealed that Ocarina of Time was the basis for the creation of a new 3rd timeline. According to Nintendo, during the final battle with Ganon, Link was killed. With nobody to oppose him, Ganon went on to obtain the unified Triforce. This served as the perfect setup for the events known as the Seal War, described in the prologue of A Link to the Past, a war where the Knights of Hyrule fought Ganon and his forces while the Seven Sages found a way to seal the evil king. For a long time, the question of whether or not the events in Ocarina of Time could be interpreted as the Seal War was a point of contention for theorists. Nintendo finally found a way to accommodate the event when it created this third, Fallen Hero timeline.
Fallen Hero.
The Fallen Hero timeline followed up Ocarina of Time with the events of A Link to the Past, the Oracle games, Link's Awakening, and finally the original 2 NES games. Theorists believe there was evidence to support this order, but definitively connecting the games wasn't possible without some new information provided by Nintendo. Given the imagery of the ship that Link sailed on in both Link's Awakening and the End of Oracles, some theorists had already surmised that these games were somehow connected. In the official timeline, Oracles of Ages and Seasons did indeed follow the events of A Link to the Past, as Link set sail for Hyrule. During his voyage home, he was shipwrecked, and the events of Link's Awakening followed. The last mystery that had puzzled theorists was how exactly any Zelda installment connected to the games that started it all, The Legend of Zelda and its sequel, The Adventure of Link. Nintendo provided a backstory in the manual of The Adventure of Link that outlined the events that transpired long before the NES
not in
games.
English.
However, this backstory was never intended to have any connection to the prequels that followed. Two major barriers always prevented theorists from conclusively determining their position in a Zelda timeline without additional lore. How was the unified Triforce split up in The Legend of Zelda? And how was Ganon able to return? Hyrule Historia didn't offer a proper answer to these questions, but the backstory of The Adventure of Link was reworked to serve as the connection between these two time periods. Sometime after A Link to the Past, the King of Hyrule was forced to split up the Triforce, leaving only the Triforce of Wisdom and Power with the royal family. The Triforce of Courage was hidden away within a distant palace. Ganon somehow managed to return and claim the Triforce of Power, and then began an invasion of Hyrule to capture the remaining pieces. This then led into Link's quest to reunite the Triforce of Wisdom and defeat Ganon in The Legend of Zelda. As for The Adventure of Link, it was always described as a direct sequel, so it made sense that it followed immediately after. That was the last game in this new timeline. For timeline theorists, the Fallen Hero timeline established a bewildering precedent for future installments. Within any existing game, Nintendo provided itself with a scapegoat since a timeline could be drawn where Link failed. It created almost unlimited possibilities for future Zelda games.
It's so interesting that all these years gave us this kind of timeline for a game that
the other two
never
timelines were the direct result
maybe.
of Zelda's actions at the end of Ocarina of Time, something Nintendo had already confirmed in an interview conducted after the release of Twilight Princess. Though fans knew this for several years, what exactly transpired in either of these timelines wasn't clear. One of these timelines followed the exploits of Link as a child after he was sent back to the day when he first met Princess Zelda in Ocarina of Time. These were followed by Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Four Swords Adventures in a chronology commonly referred to as the Child Link timeline.
Child Link.
The name isn't a reference to the appearance of Link, but rather that this continuity began after Link went back to his childhood in Ocarina of Time. What came next was no surprise, given that Majora's Mask was always labeled as a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time that involved the same incarnation of Link. The placement of Twilight Princess after Majora's Mask was also expected, given that Eiji Onuma's quote that stated Twilight Princess took place after Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess gave theorists a conclusive ending to this Child Link timeline as it culminated with the slaying of Ganon, but a missing piece still existed: Four Swords Adventures. Hyrule Historia told the story of how this game directly followed the events in Twilight Princess. Most puzzling was that Ganon appeared in both games, yet was slain at the end of Twilight Princess. According to Nintendo, the Ganon in Four Swords Adventures was an entirely new entity. Being a new character, this Ganon had no recollection of his predecessor's ambitions, aside from his lust for power. He manipulated Link and Zelda into freeing Vati from his imprisonment within the Four Sword. With the heroes occupied trying to contain the Wind Mage, Ganon rose to power, but in the end, Link and Zelda ultimately sealed him within the Four Sword.
Interesting.
The final timeline left to tackle followed Zelda's thread of the story after she sent Link back in time to warn her former self about Ganon's scheme to overthrow the kingdom. The events that followed were told in The Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and finally Spirit Tracks. This branch of the trio of timelines was referred to as the Adult Link timeline because these games continued on after the exploits of Adult Link and Ocarina of Time.
The other one is on
the
now.
easiest to decipher for those who followed the stories. Zelda was left alone to oversee the restoration of her kingdom in the aftermath of Ganon's reign. Many years passed, and the Menace, who had been sealed away by Zelda and the Sages, managed to break free using the Triforce of Power. He threatened the kingdom once again, while the people of Hyrule believed the Hero of Time would return to save them. But the hero never came. These are the exact events described in the prologue of The Wind Waker, which culminated with the gods sealing Hyrule and Ganon below the sea in a great flood. Link's adventures across this great sea followed, and from there the subsequent games made perfect sense. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks were all part of a single narrative thread that began in The Wind Waker. These direct sequels chronicled the quest of Link and Zelda as they set out to find a new home. Hyrule was destroyed at the end of The Wind Waker, and the duo set out and established a new kingdom. Phantom Hourglass was a minor detour in their journey, while Spirit Tracks was set in the land Link and Zelda eventually colonized. This new Hyrule wasn't likely to see the return of Ganon, the Triforce, or the Master Sword. This faraway land provided a fresh new start for the lore of the series, for Hyrule Historia stated that the bloodlines of those tied to the ancient kingdom were growing thin, so going forward, a new history would be spun.
That's it.
Three distinct timelines. Skyward Sword, the Minish Cap, Four Swords, and then Ocarina of Time served as the point where the timelines diverged. The Fallen Hero timeline consisted of A Link to the Past, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, Link's Awakening, The Legend of Zelda, and finally, The Adventure of Link. The Child Link timeline was comprised of Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Four Swords Adventures. And finally, the Adult Link timeline contained The Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit Tracks. The official Zelda timeline was 25 years in the making. Sorting it out was a tall order, but just imagine how difficult it was to decipher the truth, relying solely on the games, manuals, and occasional cryptic interview. Decades of fan speculation on how the games fit together in a timeline concluded as the series creators filled in the blanks with brand new lore. This backstory in Hyrule Historia provided the final pieces of the puzzle for enthusiasts. Since 1986, The Legend of Zelda's timeline wove an intricate series of threads that created its own subculture of fans, unlike any other franchise in gaming history. It could be argued that its final canon was pieced together by both its creators and fans alike.
Yeah. Because it wasn't written. It came about with the theories and the conspiracies. how the game was made. It's fine, it's just... it wasn't them. Nice. Well, good job on the timeline. Let me check this.
Link, the brave, courageous, and humble hero chosen by the goddesses,
This is 1 hour
bearing
though.
the unbreakable spirit
We're
of...
not gonna watch it. So that's the timeline of Zelda. Well, we don't have oops. We don't have the last game, Breath of the Wild, inside of it. So yeah, you can add it up pretty easily. Now that we have the 3 timelines, clearly, what I think it's on the... oh, we can look it up. Let me check it out. Breath of the Wild in timeline. The timeline is not connected to any of the previous timelines. This is because Zelda timeline is split across various eventualities distinct from the Ocarina of Time. Be at the end. But cannot read the article. The fallen hero timeline. Fallen hero, eh? No! Not 2 Murlocs! I continued questing, of course. Continued my quest. That's why I was yelling sometimes. Damn quests. Too many mobs around you. Too many. Put up the volume a little bit higher. Put up the music. And we have the bing bang boom of the sounds of the axe. Bing bang boom. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you for lurking or talking or just being here. It's a huge support. So I hope that you like what you see. I often do watch videos, play WoW most of the time, talk about nothing and all. I don't know. It's what subject comes to mind. There's no real specific conversation on this game or any other game. I like to have a little monologue to myself most of the time.
I need to get closer.
I sometimes have some guildies in Discord with me, but not all the time. I hope you like the content. If you like, well, don't forget to do a follow. I'm here every day. Literally every day, at least 1 hour. 1 hour per day. Makes the doctor away. Wait, is it an apple? Or an hour. I don't remember. Auto attack master. Yes, I'm an auto attack master. But I love it. It's fun, to be honest. I don't know, it's kind of the same reason that I liked Shaman, because he has a nice little burst. Good burst. A good slap, elemental slap. In this case, it's holy slap. No, 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 I saw 3 of you. Okay, we got 2. We got 2, we're fine. No one around. Wolf, stay away. Maybe I should have gone alchemist just to have potions, everything. I like the potions. I like to drink in this game because I don't drink usually. I'm not a drinker. I'm a weed smoker. Never drink. Maybe once a year. One little glass of something. Most of the time I don't even finish it.
I don't have a target.
I never drink. I don't drink. Not I don't like it. I just don't like the feeling of being drunk. I love the feeling of being high, though. It's one or the other, huh? I'm in Canada, so everything is legal. We have a nice store. A nice little store. Ah, 2 Morlocks! At least it's not 3. Getting this pally ready for TBC when it hits. So we got time, because, I mean, the beta just started. Pretty sure we have a couple of months of leveling. I don't want to heal, so I'm going full red. I know, I shouldn't. Not with the pally. Oh, fuck it. I'm going for the meme. Like I did in retail. I went for Necrolord with my main. Why? Because I love Necrolords. I love the mentality. But I'm seeing that maybe Kyrian can be better. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Like the memes, at least I'm on the top 30. Not even. I'm on the side of the top. Yeah, top 30 of Necrolords in the US. So, Paladins. Top 10 in the realm. But that help. It does help. It just gives you kind of nice number. I'm a good necropally. There's not many of us, but I'm a good one. And now with the buff, it's even better. The buff really buffed my shit. Everything got buffed. Before the buff, I was at that nice 3, maybe 4. No, 3.5. Now I'm at 4.5. Average. So it's pretty. 4K. Just to make sure. Yeah, 4 damage in average. Are we done? We're done! Let's return this. And to be honest, I'm the Mexican Ashbringer. There's no way that I'm not something else than wolf! The Nepali. I got it. I know that it's gonna be impossible to get the corrupted Ashbringer. Almost impossible to never. But still, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get that corrupted. It will never happen. First, he has to. The sword has to drop, and second, I don't think I'm gonna win that thing. Hey, what? James Clark. You can hit him? You can kill him? What a day! What a people who came by today. What a lovely day. I'm taking it slow. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna go for the cellar.
For the Alliance.
That's it. That's all. Westfall then. To Westfall. Time to run. Wait. I can maybe cut it. Got it. Wait to Goldshire. Goldshire, not Gold Shrine. Not a shrine of gold. But it should be a shrine of gold.
King's honor, friend.
Oh, really? You had some stuff here?
Can I help you?
No, you don't have fine thread though. Gonna keep the shield. This is gonna be sold. Let's clean it up. Let's go. Let's go. Westfall it is. Or tree in the face. Stopped by a tree.
King's honor, friend.
Nothing. Wait a second.
Well met.
What is the next level? 14. Soon. When 16.
Be careful.
So 14 for the next thing. Or maybe sooner, maybe 12. One thing is for sure, it's pretty easy leveling with Pally. To solo things? As a melee, you can heal up and... pretty nice. It is nice. This is my wife, Wolf. I had to. When you say this is nice, you had to say this is my wife. It's a given. Comes with it. It's special. 2 for 1. Wonder when they changed the mining, because I started playing in Kata, so I didn't play Classic at the time, and didn't play PBC either or Wrath. So at what moment did they change the mining, and that you hit it once and everything goes to your bag instead of hitting it more than once. One moment. Wrath? Must be Wrath, right? The funny part is, it seems cool. I would have loved it at the time. Why didn't I play? That's the question. Why didn't I? Oh yeah, I remember now. I was poor and I didn't have a PC for it. I remember. I'm still poor, but now I have a PC. At least I'm poor with a PC. So we're in business, baby.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So I was there about a half hour early. I was told 4:30 and they didn't get out till 5.
Oh.
It's all right.
Time to listen some tunes. Did you do like Homer and waited like with the Spanish flag? I love that song, but you cannot use it. I want to use it so much when I'm in break. That's the song that it hurts so much not be able to use it.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Good day to you.
It's the perfect break time song.
See you around. How are you? Have a good one.
Hey, you're stealing my shit. What do we have to do? Pay some people, right? Or handful of votes. Don't we have to pay some people? Or maybe that's on retail. Ah, shit! What? Okay, okay. So, oh, here we go. We have one here. No, no! Ah! No! Hold the Count King to me! No, 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 no. Screw you, Knowles. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to the other quest, maybe get it. This one is for? Where? Westfall, okay. Ah, right there. I like Westfall. It's a nice place. Level. A lot of no's. What's the problem? No's. It's always no's. Talking about no's, I have to play Heroes of the Storm to go try Hogger.
What can I do for you?
I like Heroes of the Storm too. Been a while.
Well met.
More than a year for sure. Oh yeah, more than a year that I have played.
Have a good one.
At least on the stream.
Hello.
Maybe I played offline, but
See you
on the
around.
stream, more than a year. And that's how I got my affiliate with Heroes of the Storm. Sometimes. Sometimes we forget. Giving the power. Froggy. On what level can you do a boost? I'm thinking because I'm checking Drake, and they say, I mean, someone doing a boost for you. They say they want to sell the M Boost 3G run. First, I don't have it, so for sure I won't buy it. But what I want to know is, for example, if I am, what level can I be to start boosting people? That's a better question. What is Dead Mines is what, 20 max? 28? No. I don't know.
It's too
at the end of the boat, 21? Or maybe 40, 50? Do you know what level, for example, if I level up and I want to do boost Dead Mines, at what level can you do it?
What do you mean?
Like solo Dead Mines and have people...
I have no idea.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Mechanical running through me.
I don't know what the minimum level is of solo Dead Mines. I know most people. I know it's a level 10 dungeon, but most people will not invite you until you're like level 18.
Yeah, because at the end it's 21, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, they won't invite you until you're level 18. So that's the minimum that I've seen anybody take a group of Dead Mines.
Well, I know now what I'm gonna do at level 18. Trying to find Dead Mine. Well, a group for Dead Mine, because I know where it is. There's no oats here. Just got home. It was late. Why is she so late? Be right back. Be right back. Gonna put the be right back screen in a second. Gonna be on this side. Oh, old Blanchy. Level 2 critter. Put here. Be right back in a minute. Thank you so much for being with me. Be right back in a minute. Gonna take a little break of 1 or 2 minutes.
We're right back.
Yeah, me too. I'm back. Thank you so much for waiting. So sorry about it. I've got home. I needed to say hello. And of course, give him some loving. Kind of. Not be an asshole, right? So, we're back. Thank you so much for waiting. And of course, we're back to classic leveling. Give me a second. Just make sure that the chat doesn't say stupid shit. The chat in WoW. You know, sometimes you never know. Usually they're tame. Most of the time they're pretty tame. So, posso pular passa them. Vai, vamos pra uma barulho não. Vou pra lá. Ok, pra uma barulho. Did a mythic classes earlier. Did my first achieve. All 10s. All 10s are done. Now we're at the moment that we need to time all the dungeons at 15. That's the next step. Next step, Orino. We're good? Having a great day. Good day. A good day. An awesome day. We started the day with the daily show. Usually. It was Eric Andre yesterday. Eric Andre was the guest. And they have the same kind of the same facial hair. Trevor Noah and Eric Andre, and kind of the same hair. So that was the joke at first, that Trevor Noah was saying, yeah, I can tell somebody like you killed it, not me. Like right now I can use you as a decoy. Like I'm not the suspect. The suspect, he is. We're gonna watch the movie, right? I don't know if it's your style coming in. No, it's fine. 26th of March on Netflix. Bad Trip. Let's go. Feel it. How many? Come on. 49K, 49,000 people got contaminated in India. In one day, 49K. That's a huge number. That's not good. That's not good. Are they having trouble getting vaccinated in India, or is it a problem? Vaccinations, are they a problem? I don't know. That's what I'm asking. You don't know? China is making a lot of vaccines. I didn't know that. Ah, we don't buy him here. No Chinese vaccine here. No Russians. Okay. But I thought that one of them was from here, from America. One of the vaccines? No? Okay. Don't mind then.
No, I think
Germany, British, and the other one we don't know. It comes from space. Space! Okay. Ah, you don't need to. Not really important. Doesn't really matter to us right now. The origin of a vaccine, just to know, really the only person who needs to know, are the Nobel Prize. I mean, the institution who decides who's gonna get the nominee, well, them, they need to know. Because, to be honest, this vaccine is gonna get, the three companies gonna get a Nobel Prize for the vaccine. Hey, Sean! Harry! Little doggy! Our little doggy is came by. United States, yeah. Thank you. Enough eating. More killing. I managed to get 30k since yesterday. 30k gold. I'm a gold production machine, and it will stop now because I have less quests to do. I have less callings to do, so. What? It's a game.
Why it's my name?
Because it's an awesome game from the 90s. Yeah, it's a very good game. It's Resident Evil before Resident Evil, kind of. It's nothing to do with Resident Evil, but I mean the horror style. It's way better than Resident Evil. Well, I felt like Parasite Eve had better horror style than Resident Evil at the time. Never finished the game, to be honest. Never got to finish the game. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Well, if I ever play Parasite Eve, for sure now with the remake coming back, the best time.
I need to get closer.
Hey, I got the quest for it. Oops, wrong one. Wrong seal. You know the grandma that got beaten out, like attacked by a guy. You know the ancient the Asian grandma who got attacked and sent the attacker to the hospital. No, there was an Asian lady who got attacked by a guy, punched on the face by a guy, and she took a stick on the floor and just beat the shit out of the guy. And the guy went to the hospital, so he was sent to the hospital. So they did a GoFundMe for her, and they managed to get $1 million. what she did, she took the money and gave it all back to the Association Against Racism in Asian Racism. The best deed. That grandma is a motherfucking badass. She's a bam. She's the badass motherfucker. She kicks the ass of the attacker she was getting punched by, sends him to the hospital, gets $1 million for it, and gives it all to fight racism. What an awesome lady. What an awesome lady. So, moral of the story, never attack Asian old ladies. They're gonna kick your ass. Yeah. It is funny, but just gonna take like sausage. Don't die! Don't die! Live! Live! Ah! They're coming for me! Now! Get one! Get that bitch! Oh, we have another one. Ah! No, this is going to the chillers. Ah! Aha! Lay of hands. Through you. Thank you. I see a bag over here. Oats. Give me those oats. No! Stay away, machine. You wanna dance? Let's dance. I should eat something just to get the mana back. Make sure. Sorry, I was coughing. Just to make sure that I survive. Yay! Ah, thank you. Level 13? Wait, what? Maybe I went over my head. Ah, thanks. Ooh, so many stuff. Oh, thanks. Where to go? This side. I think I have some murlocs to get. Yeah, murloc eye. J'avais cette. C'est le seul album que j'avais. Didn't. Cannot play the song. Hey, she's listening to a the Method Man and Redman song. It's I don't know. They remade it with Christina Aguilera, if I remember. Yep. Gotta stop mumbling a lot. I mumble a lot. I don't pronunciate well enough.
I'm out of.
But that's nothing to do with English. It's a more me thing. I tend to mumble because I'm lazy. All because of laziness. No, no, no! Not too many of you. Yeah! Son of a bitch! Fuck it! We're running! Run! Ah! One less. Leave me alone. Think of the children. Think of the children. Yeah, screw you. Okay, we'll get this. There's not too many Murlocs yet. Not at all. Not at all too many Murlocs just running around like crazy. I hate this. This beach, it is a mortal beach. At least you will die at least once. When you're at my level, and you're trying to kill them. I speak. Of course, if you're over leveled, then you're kind of cheating.
I can't cast that yet.
What? Ah, a better one has been cast. Come on, give me your eyes. Vengeance. You tried to kill me. Now I'm killing you. Or just missing. Oops, still missing. Still missing. Still missing. Leave it. There you go. Ah shit, I have no mana. Ah. Oh. 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 Okay. 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 I'm not scared, you're scared. What? Better do some food too. Yeah, I know. George Segal. I love that actor. I really did. He made me laugh so much every time I see him on TV. Really sucks. No? Like Kevin Smith says, what a bucket of wind. A bucket of wind. A huge one. You give so much love inside of the things that you do. And you show that love in the work that you do, like he did. George Segal really a huge difference to a lot of people.
It's too far away.
I know he did to us. And different things, of course. The Goldbergs come to mind because kind of the last things that he did, and he was awesome as the grandpa. Yeah. Star died yesterday, and he will remember. He will be remembered. He will shine forever.
I need to
Still no eye! Give me your eyes! I wanna see. I wanna see through the Murloc's eyes. Really? Resisting everything? You bastard. Really, 2 levels hurts. 2 levels over me really hurts. But soon it's only gonna be 1. 1 is the loneliest number ever do. Why is it so empty here?
Hello?
Hello.
How goes the Adventures in Classic?
Murlocky right now. Murlocky and Slimy. Let's go. We need more. I'm just so scared of meeting like every little Murloc that from here comes back. I don't know. I don't want to be surrounded. I'm checking everywhere. Everywhere. As a paranoid person. I hate Murlocs. What is most hateful from them, it's when they start running at low life, and then get I don't know, like this one, if it starts running over here, maybe you will get the other 2 over me, and then you're dead. But they kinda over level still. There are 2 levels over me. And they hurt. They do hurt. I wasn't looking. Son of a bitch, come over here. Oh, we got one.
I'm out of range.
Come on, kill him. Give me one. Yes. Gotta call them out if I get them. What can I do as food? Yeah, not much. Some boar meat. Useless boar meat. Or can get some eggs. Ah, shit! I was eating here. Aha! I'm the best. Well, it's kind of toad still, but I'm the second best. Okay, we need mana. And fast. Oups! J'ai fait full attention. I love the Murloc sound. I love the yelling. Except when they attack in a gang. At you. That's less fun. Hey, stop poisoning me. Wanna be clean. Level up. We have 3 of them. We can leave. And reduce mana cost of your judgments and see. Again. Okay. We have the Murloc eyes. We need some paws, I think. No, this is still the hubs, right? Yeah. Hubs. Ooh, oats. Yeah, oats. Bum, 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 bum. When my dream come true. I should stop soon. When I start singing it is time. It is time to go. Oh, some oats. I cannot believe that. Ah, shit. I cannot believe they put repent as a maximum red. Kinda sucks. Like, you put so many points inside of red and just to have repent. Yes, I have repent you. That's all I do. For 6 seconds only. I see why people don't go pally. I understand it. I concur. It sucks.
Hey there. Safe travels.
All's Blanche's feet, but yeah, I'm starting to need some space, right? But I think I'm gonna stop here. We had a good day. I wanted to make it a little stream, small stream, good stream, healthy. Hey, stop pulling my headphones. And I'm gonna go. Probably continue a little bit. Thank you so much for the people who came by, who stopped by, saw the stream. I hope you like what you saw. And I'm here every day. So come by whenever you like to. I'm gonna go. Take a good day. We had a great day. Take a rest. Till tomorrow. Bye.